Alright, everyone. So, I finally found the citation I was looking for in Alex's show yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I don't know why I said that. Because I watch his show every day, so I just lose track of all the garbage that he puts out. So, this just proves it right here. Either he's a complete liar now, he's been paid off, or at the end of the day, he was a disinfo agent who at first told the truth and got all these people to follow him because he was telling the truth, and then he starts spitting out lies so he can basically brainwash the people who followed him before and believed all the things that he said before, which were actually true. So, I don't know what it is. You guys have to make that choice and decide on your own, but here's the proof. So I'm going to play it. Obviously, this is criticism. This isn't Alex Jones' show. That I'm not going to play the whole clip. I'm not going to, the whole show. So this is just a small, tiny little fraction that I'm going to be talking through. So here you go. So this is Steve Puchenik.
Better from something or worse?
And
no question
it's on Tuesday.
she's worse. Let me say something. She's not schizophrenic.
All right.
Let me
It starts
put the correct words. I know you're saying it in your late terms. And
okay, listen.
Remember, they're going to accuse us, you and me, of being conspiratorial since we've been doing this since 2001.
Right.
Sir, I totally understand. I'm saying I'm a layperson. I think she just...
No, Alex, I'm not apologizing. All I'm saying to your audience is first said that 9/11 was a stand down. Crazy.
And now it's come out.
And
now it's come out.
Now we know we know it was true. In the same way, I'm saying
it was a stand down. You just heard it right there. Alex Jones said it was a stand down, and it just came out. Now, you ready? Get ready for this.
Because believe me, this establishment can care less about. The EPA found all the asbestos.
I think this is 2007.
The EPA,
compared to what he is now.
Said that there was, and people were getting sick, and there was going to be $90 million for the police and firefighters for medical. And Bush came in and had that blocked. Now that's mainstream news. Now of the 14 search and rescue dogs, 8 of them have died from cancer. It's important to note that we only covered a tiny portion of the evidence that clearly shows that 9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside
the official
job.
Story of 9/11,
not a stand down.
Completely disproved. At every point, we've caught them lying, manufacturing evidence, or covering up government inside sources and publicly available facts. Clear picture of how 9/11 was carried out.
Because
number one,
perfect timing. He's trying to say that these 19 hijackers were trained actual jihads in the United States. He said this on a show a few days ago, that they were trained in the United States and they actually did what they did, and the government just stood down. Now,
we know that the men who were on board the aircraft were supposedly the hijackers. Had their houses, cars, credit cards paid for by the U.S. government. In truth, agents taking part in drills and nothing more. Supposed computer malfunctions at American and United ensured that all occupancy on board. On a day when flights on the East Coast were full. Once the decoys, known as hijackers, were on board the planes, a gas was released, knocking out the occupants of the aircraft. Then a small criminal group, in control of remote control systems, patented for over 20 years, took control of the aircraft and flew them into the World Trade Centers and Pentagon. The CIA-controlled drills that morning confused NORAD for an hour until it was almost too late for them to shoot down the hijacked plane. I said almost too late. When they did find out, Dick Cheney wouldn't let the planes fly over 350 miles an hour, so 3 of the aircraft were able to hit their targets. The 4th wasn't able to because our sources in the Pentagon have told us didn't follow their orders and had Flight 93 shot down. If it would have hit its target, the Capitol, the government would have been completely decapitated and the president could have declared total martial law. By the grace of God, everything didn't go as planned. And so now the globalists have spent the last 3.5 years trying to cover up the sloppy job they did on 9/11. They're counting on the public not being able to face the horror of what really took place so they can carry out another, even more devastating attack and finish the job they started, enslaving America.
The job they started. Not they heard about that was taking place and it was a real event and they just decided to stand down like he constantly keeps trying to push in your head nowadays. The last literally straight year or two, all he's been talking about is how it was a stand down. Does anybody honestly out there in the quote-unquote truth alternative media really believe that these 19 Muslims who were hiring prostitutes and snorting cocaine the night before were actual hijackers? Do you really think that they knew how to fly Boeing 767s? Really? Are you going to believe that? Can you even look up pilots for 9/11 truth? Because I'm pretty sure almost all pilots on there disagree that these people wouldn't be able to fly even a small aircraft, let alone a huge Boeing 767. And to do the maneuvers that they did, one of them, I think it was, I don't know if it was 93 or one of the planes went over 80 knots higher than the highest recorded speed ever for that plane. Now think about that, folks. And that was from pilots for 9/11 Truth. Look it up. They stated this. I think it was 89 knots over. And there was a flight in Egypt where it went over its operating speed and it malfunctioned. This went 89 knots over the one in Egypt that malfunctioned. Alex was completely right back in 2007. And now he's blatantly lying to your face. Are you people going to really accept this? Wake up. Thank you.